by Steve Pavlina. When you look at on a past calendar quarter, consider what you actually got done. If your actions and behaviors didn't align with your stated goals, your time went somewhere, so where did it actually go? Use the lens of seeing everything you did as an accomplishment. Even if manager achievement was what you gained wrong. Instead of beating yourself up for what you didn't do, take a deeper look at what you did do, so that your achievement might actually look like what came wrong. Spend 2 hours per day on Facebook. Exercise periodically, average about 30 minutes per week. Mostly yoga with 81. Gain 10 pounds of fat, and so on. Now consider what goals you set at the start of the quarter if you want to match what you acted during the 3 months. Take a step back for the actions and see if you can connect with the grand meaning. Why did you do these items? What did you gain from them? These are your hidden goals. For example, your hidden goals based on the action above might be: take a walk each day with a deep dive into fantasy entertainment. Leverage the benefits of online socializing each day, so I can feel connected to people while also keeping my distance, thereby allowing me to have plenty of flexible alone time. Let my body go a bit, so I can use that as a reason for not going out too much instead of having to focus the viral situation. Also give me a reason to continue staying home even when the right situation clears up. Try to put a semi-positive frame on each hidden goal. Consider that you may have done what you did because you overlooked the important desires representing your stated goals. The Star by Sarah T. A white star born in the evening glow. Look to the round green world below, and saw a pool in what place that held a light jewel, a mirror face. She said to the pool, overwanted deep, I love you, I give you my light to take. All more profound and moving thing that never has shown myself to me. Up fathomless skies far, hold forever your cumulus star. But out to the woods is night grew cool, a brown painting to the little pool. It granted a splash and waited then, and deepest place up by Richard's chin. The water gurgled with tender glee, and the mud turned up turbidly. The star groped here and hit her face, and bit a floating cloud lightly. It's crazy at work. Excerpted from It Doesn't Have to Be Crazy at Work by Jason Price and David Haddon. How often you ask something is crazy at work? Maybe you even said yourself. For many, it's crazy at work to become more normal. But why so crazy? There are 2 primary reasons. 1. The workday is being sliced into tiny, fleeting work moments by unselect physical and virtual distractions. And 2, an unhealthy obsession with growth at any cost, that's towering, unrealistic expectations that stress people out. It's no wonder people are working longer, earlier, later, on weekends, and whenever they have a spare moment. People can't get work done into working anymore. That turns life into work leftovers. The doggy bag. What's worse is that long hours of excessive business and the lack of sleep have become badges of honor for many people these days. So staying exhausted is not a badge of honor. It's a mark of stupidity. It's not just organizations. Individuals, contractors, and solopreneurs are burning themselves out in the very same way. You think that with all the hours that people are putting in and all the promises of new technology, the load will be less. It's not. It's getting heavy. But the thing is, there's not more work to be done outside. The problem is that hardly any uninterrupted, dedicated time to breathe. People are working more, but getting less done. It doesn't add up until you account for the majority of the time being wasted on things that don't matter. After the 60, 70, or 80 hours a week, many people are decided to pour into work. How many of those hours are really spent on the work itself? And how many are tossed away in lost distraction and withered away by inefficient business practices? The bottom line, the honest answer, more hours, is less bullshit. Less waste, not more production, and far a few distractions. Less always on anxiety and avoiding stress. The race will redesign sugars. Forget artificial sweetness. Researchers are now developing new forms of real sugar to deliver sweetness with fewer calories. But tricking our biology is no easy feat. By Nicola Twiggy. Every workday, a 10 o'clock at noon and a 3 in the afternoon. Around the banner, receive the alert on this phone, the call to take. When I joined them on a Monday morning in January, in the office for a few miles east of Tel Aviv, he was sitting at a desk with two white china plates of Pittsburgh cookies in front of them. The cookies look identical, but the label is identified plate on Daniel's left as 792 and one is red as the 431. Pittsburgh is a perfect flower, Daniel told me, breaking off upon our 792 cookies crunch and soft. It's fast to make and fast to taste. He sips more took a leftover shot of 431 and invited me to join him as a repeated process. The second cookie tastes better out, a little more buttery maybe, but that's what Daniel assessing. The two sets of cookies have used the same recipe, except the one that contains 40% less sugar. The question that Daniel had answered was which? A former actor now in the mid-70s has expressive eyebrows and the eyebrow very tall. In 2014, he became the founding CEO of Gold Medal, that really started as a non-religious first product. Sugar crystals are redesigned to taste sweeter, so the sugar 40% fewer deeper and will still taste sweet as the original. The company is running sugar and pride and then the doctors for the district create any suggestion that we might be able to have our cake while eating only half the sugar too. How to be more present and alive in the moment by labor battle. One of the people in my fearless mastermind crew is a amazing leader who is successfully good at getting things done and leading teams. Her entire life is filled with doing, and she's so good at it. What she wants is to shift more into being, and it's beautiful intention. She wants to be more present, more joyful, more present. She wants more fun, and to be truly happy to be with the person she's speaking with. I freaking love this. So how we become more present and alive in each moment? I have some ideas based on the work I did over the last 15 years on this. 1. Practice fully pouring yourself in every act. This is a Zen practice. Be fully in every task you do, every act. If you're sitting in meditation, be fully in your seat, not have your mind be someone else. If you brush your teeth, just brush your teeth and be completely immersed in that. This is a practice, of course, which means you forget to do most of the time, but it's incredibly rich practice. Fully express yourself and everything you do. 2. See the divinity in the person in front of you or in this moment. When I say divinity, and mean God if you believe in God. But if you don't, it's an incredible gift to the world of each person. Seeing the profound beauty every day. Seeing the sacredness of the ordinary. When you're talking with someone, fully appreciate that divinity, can you feel wonder no matter where you are? This is an incredible practice that will help you feel more alive each time you do it. 3. Let's express your emotions physically. Working with my coach, I'm discovered that I don't let myself feel anger. The word training is that not okay to express or even feel anger. So every day I practice not only feeling, but physically expressing in a safe way that doesn't hurt people. For example, punching a tail, or yelling at words, or going crazy on heavy punching back. It's not just anger. Most of us barely let ourselves feel any emotion. We can express them physically, screaming to a tailor, draw attention by kicking when the face of some garage, express pain by riding an anguish or letting your heart keep broken. When we express our emotions fully and physically in our bodies, we unleash our vitality. 4. Open your damn heart. Most of them motivates with the heart closed. We do our tasks, go through the motions, but we are connected to our heart. Some people, of course, are able to live in their heart much of the time, or be role models. What would it be like to be open-hearted today? Feel loving to every person you see, loving and tender toward the world around you, tirelessly. As you can see, these are not things that get perfect immediately or even never. They are things to practice. But I can tell you, in my experience, this kind of practice is being fully immersed in each activity, with your heart open, your emotions fully expressed, seeing the divinity and everything and everywhere around you. This will help us to be fully alive in each moment. Forever and right now. For Marco Cox, 2016 shareholder to our business book. Greetings. Here's our annual report for 2016. Our long-term goal at Marco is to build one of the world's great companies. As a Canadian spending the world wants to play, my goal is to live forever, and so far so good. We are delighted to report to you that so far so good. Describe our progress towards the goal in 2016. Each year in the course of this report, we share with you some detail about the year it was, as well as some hopes and dreams for the future. While we necessarily break down our results in a normal pattern of yearly increments, We don't think about marathon and your term. We think about your company in two distinct yet completely connected time horizons, namely forever and right now. Those two time frames set action. We believe that Marco remains unique among most public traded companies and emphasizing the forever time horizon as much as we do. That is a nice competitive manager for us that we continue to navigate into always uncertain future that continues to change at a faster and faster rates. We won't sugar business and life these days resembles an all-out horse race, winner takes all race, to adapt to the changes brought by technology. We must continually learn and adapt to new conditions, adopt new technological tools, abandon obsolete business practices in system, new markets, develop new products, acquire new businesses, and substitute every other challenge you can think of to continue to build markets. We need to do so. Ironically, I will self-demonstrate task by a dual time horizon culture. The emphasis on right now means we need to make appropriate changes and adapt to this way of doing business right now. There's no time for cherishing old ways and reminiscing about my dated past. In point of fact, the past was never idyllic. It is just for remember that way because we survived it. No rules in this game by Derek Service. Everyone thinks you have to move the big music cases. But Michael Rod in the Estonia sold thousands of records, 100% independent without leaving the Sony. Round Lift's Baton was an album so unique that word of mouth sold thousands without any promotion. Everyone says you need to make your youth appeal to the masses, but we didn't expect to prove that emphasizing your cause get you further. Listen to our early albums for 2001 and 2002. She was more mainstream piano vocal, but the weirder she got with the soul pitch, the more remarkable and noteworthy she became. And that's when her career really stopped. Everyone is worried about piracy, copyright, and trademark. But Johnny Coltrane writes song a day, gives most away, and is one of the most successful independent artists today. By making more and more music and letting it tour, his music has gotten into unusual places like webcomics, audiobooks, comedy shows, and other YouTube videos. His colleague makes about $500,000 a year by licensing, touring, donations, and people choosing to buy his music from a site, even though they can get it for free. Because the music business is mostly perception and minds are irrational, you can really have fun with the constitute of pop psychology of it. A great way fans and discard a sharp niche to proudly exclude 99% of the public. So the way to win fans is to exclude almost everyone. A great way to funding is to act as if you never get funding, to make a plan that doesn't need it. So the way to get funding is no funding. A great way to have a serious career music is to take nothing seriously. Do the opposite of other musicians. Make up your own game. The rules will say what you must do or can do. They meanwhile got it wrong. For every rule they tell you, there's an exception. They're just telling you their specific past, not yours. Specific future. There are no rules in this game. You change them as you go. Language and thought are ready. Freedom. integrate by hiring each worker. Milton has seen and realized the transformative power of the mind. Heaven can become hell. Hell become heaven, depending on the mind's take-on at all. I think Milton has considered how the word and the concept of freedom is used today. The founders of our country wanted the freedom of religion from religion. Our escape from tyranny, where one's life is subject to the whim of a monarch, of government, of escape from the past becoming destiny. Life of son is life, love father. Life or daughter are the whim of husband. They sought freedom of thought, of speech, of individuality. Now, many minds seem to confuse freedom with license. Freedom equals self-indulgence, a fundamental reshuffling of the ideas. The lecture within people wants to not be kept, to communicate, to the other, to growing up. I want a man mask. I don't care what that might do to another. I don't want to pay any taxes. I just want to spend myself. I don't want to feel how my words can disturb another. So I argue for the freedom to be rude and disparage politeness and inclusivity as political correctness. Such self-centeredness allows us to let the fog be cut down, to burn, to let fossil fuels be consumed with abandon. My car, my boat, my plane, my ancestors tread upon the earth. More important than migrant children's future. Supersize my gluttony rather than die. Live for the summer and not prepare for the winter. We can be the grasshopper in not the ant. Language and thought are wedding, and I don't like the cheating that readers' freedom integrate. Keep your online dictionary. I want a 20-volume Oxford set by Thomas Field. In 1974, a friend paid $90 for dictionary. Why the flies are going another plant job? He can find it more than the price. He said it's 2-volume set of the Oxford English Dictionary, OED, with a condensed edition. His carrier with 12 pounds, with a magnified glass that is a little drawer above the box, finishing to the royal blue case. He told me there was also a 20-volume set, and it was the best dictionary in the world. I was 16 then, and won that book booty ever since. Almost 40 years later, as I was twice sitting out of my new lover's arms at 4 a.m. to have a local annual book sale, a fundraiser for literacy program. There are reasons why I'm not reading so much with only open the doors and out. Hope to find a very special dictionary I was putting. I wish I could disappoint for more cozy to describe my decade and dream of finding a second-hand 20-volume set of OED. If I found one, I'm going to have a square coffee table, the top would be stated tempered glass, and would line up 10 books on either side with the spines facing up, so they could be read from above. I would place my dictionary coffee table at the center of my living room as a focal point. It would be the biggest dictionaries in the smallest of houses, and I would use it all the time. I whispered this imaginary find, though peering right in front of us. They were all dream too. I would have invited him along, but waiting hours in pre-dawn lineup for book sale was too much to ask of a newborn. I slipped away in left minutes own dreams. Mooncakes.